How's it going, gang? This is me, Axelnator, returning after months of trying to figure out personal stuff. It's a little bit ridiculous, I think, for my channel, but I would like to talk about today why Superman 2025 I think is going to be important for the youth of today. So there's kind of a thing that went on like all of the 2010s, and I know they're just movies, but movies also have a significant impact on culture, and I especially like talking about that because I want to become a filmmaker one day, and I'm working towards it. And so movies especially I kind of see them in a different way, especially how they affect people and kind of everybody's views on reality. And there was a weird thing that happened after The Dark Knight released in 2008, where every single movie that came out tried to copy it and be dark. Spider-Man went dark, Superman went dark, freaking The Flash went dark. How did that even happen? I don't even know. Batman didn't just go dark the next time because he was already dark. He started murdering people.
Make a mistake, I will fucking kill you.
Which, you know, if you know anything about Batman, he's more caring than Superman, so that doesn't even make sense. It really pissed most people off. But it's not really, in the grand scheme of things, if you don't watch a lot of movies, it's not that big of a deal. But I do think the entire point of superheroes and why they're still culturally relevant is because they teach people in a very goofy and fun and entertaining blockbuster way just kind of how to be nice and old moral values that are kind of getting 100% lost today, such as, you know, being hopeful about the world, our future, being optimistic about things, helping other people. They're very simple values that I do think are being completely lost today, and I think they're very important. I don't know how I forgot this right here, but I meant to say that also that human life is like the most important thing and that there's nothing more sacred than it. I don't know how I forgot that. I think I spaced it. And very clearly, Zack Snyder, when he was making Man of Steel, the last Superman movie over a decade ago, did not care very much for those values at all. His style is very gritty, and that's fine. They're good movies. I don't hate his movies. I mean, I've seen some new ones that aren't very good, but all of his older movies, you know, especially the one written by James Gunn, the guy writing the new one, is pretty good. But, you know, when you're taking on a role, like a character, a legacy character, basically a mythology, which is how he treated it, but the mythology is Superman, someone whose entire personality is basically like a good neighbor, right? Like he helps you out, it brightens your day a little bit. Very simple stuff, but it's important for kids, and it's important for people to grow up with kind of thinking that that's how people should act and behave. But then you take that and make the mainstream version of that a dark, edgy alien that kind of holds to being an alien and an outsider and then murders his main villain, when the whole point of that character is to be hopeful and that there's always another better way than murder is kind of goofy, I think. It's more goofy than sad, but it is sad that that's what people think that this very important character is doing. It's I don't know, it's like overly... It's comedically bad, and I can't believe it even made it to the screen. Like, there's nothing wrong with making, you know, darker versions of characters and darker versions of stories, but it is ridiculously, like, Lex Luthor villainous to make Superman a murderer and to make that the main type of Superman that kids are gonna see for the next 12 years. But the new Superman, finally getting into my point a little bit after I had to set some stuff up, is just like more optimistic. You know, he clearly, James Gunn and David Corenswet, the guy playing Superman, and James Gunn, the writer and director of the new Superman, clearly care about that original meaning behind Superman and what that character should be for the public and for the readers and digesters of the media, watchers in this instance, because it's a movie. Clearly, they care more about that, and they're taking more of a hopeful approach, which I think is just kind of the reflection of people of our society a little bit after COVID, because let's be honest, that was a bit of a low point. All the 2010s were like, yeah, movies are getting more gritty, more badass, murder's cool. In 2020, everybody's like, I hate everyone else, and my way is the best way, my way or the highway. And finally, we're kind of coming out of that where I'll just kind of see it online. People are being a lot more optimistic and hopeful and just kind to each other than I've normally seen before. Not necessarily politically, but I'm not getting into that. But I think Superman, this new character, this movie, the fact that it's even happening is a little bit of a reflection of how society is sort of slowly making its way back into a more hopeful community than the weird, disjointed bunch of little tiny angry groups than it's kind of turned into, and I think that's a good sign. So this movie, as much as I am excited for this movie, and I'm totally geeking out about it, and I'm super excited to see this movie. I do think mostly what I just wanted to talk about was kind of the fascinating side of it, where it is just like a cultural thing. Like this, if you're looking at this, if this came out in 2020, oh, this is a really bad picture. If this came out in 2020, I think people would be like, what? I don't even understand. Like 2022, the same year that Batman did, I think it'd have less of an impact than it is right now. Because the Batman was kind of the peak, ironically, when the Batman came out, a very dark and gritty thing, is kind of also the peak of people being very dark and angry in real life, and rightfully so, I guess I could say. But I do think it's kind of just, it makes me happy thinking about it personally, not just because I like the character and I like DC Comics, all that stuff, but it's nice to know that hopefully we're moving in sort of a positive direction for the kids and just for next generations. Because I mean, you know, being in my own generation, Gen Z, I'm not gonna say that it's exactly a happy generation. And most people I know just do not view the world optimistically or with any care, frankly, which is very sad. And I'm just glad that hopefully we're moving somewhere soon. Or we're moving there soon. Definitely wanted to mention this. I would like to kind of clarify what I'm saying. I skipped over it and kind of gave it a different meaning than I was intending. The Batman does end with his motive of vengeance being wrong, and he needs to lead with hope, which is what the Superman thing is doing. And 2022 is actually about the end of when people were doing that, and when it started, I would say the ball started kind of rolling in the direction we're going now, which, you know, is kind of nice. It's like a dark and gritty thing that ends with a hopeful whatever. Anyways, you know, get back to the video. I just wanted to clarify that. This is a quick video, so I'm skipping some stuff on accident. But on another note, I would like to say just some positives about this movie. They brought the trunks back. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. Look at Crypto. Does he not just look like the cutest animal ever? You know, say what you want about James Gunn, but that guy knows how to make a movie with a bunch of characters and one lovable animal creature. He's done it like 7. We counted it the other day. Me and my girlfriend Cameron, we counted it the other day. He literally has close to 10 of the exact same premise for a movie, and they're all really good, and none of them feel like each other. That's an insanely impressive feat, especially for they're all superhero movies too. Every single one's a superhero movie with an ensemble cast of a bunch of misfits and then one CGI animal creature, and every single one is good. This video isn't about glazing James Gunn, but it kind of is as well. I do like that. I don't mind doing that. The main actor for the movie, David Corenswet, seems like the chillest dude alive. I just see videos of him all day on my phone that are just like the most adorable thing. He was talking about like if you're gonna get a guy to play Superman, he better be a kind dude. But he was talking about like he has a cousin that's like 7 foot tall, and he apparently gives the best hugs. And he was just like, yeah, there's nothing better than like a bigger guy, but with just a big heart who gives the best hugs. Just good gosh, what good hugs that guy gives. And I'm just like, that's Superman. Just an old Kansas farm boy. I don't know where he's from. Probably not Kansas. Let's look it up. Oh, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia? He's from Philadelphia? Gross. Anyways, there really isn't too much to this video. I really just wanted to shine some light on this and maybe kind of set the stage for what these videos will be. This is a very low stakes one. Hopefully there's more like crazy topics that I will be covering. There for sure will be more hype energy, but this is just one I thought I would start out with. Maybe kick off the series with a little bit of hope and optimism as well. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time. I'll see you next time. Oh, before I leave, one second. This is actually really important. Me and my girlfriend got matching Superman shirts. Look at these. Isn't that cool? They're probably off-brand, but look up. I didn't even mention that. The tagline of the movie is look up. How optimistic can you be? There's always a brighter future, and the sun, which will burn your eyes.